Sports for Real with Coach Hall. You know, timing is everything, and nowhere is that more evident right now than in sports. By that I mean contracts are soaring, and the athletes of today are benefiting off the backs of what the players did before them. I just seen last night that Paulo Banchero, the guy that plays for the Magic, he just signed a max rookie contract deal for $239 million. When you take into context about how much money this guy's going to make, and you compare it to all the contracts over the history of the NFL, he would probably be in the top 20 overall. So if you can play a sport now, especially if you're going to college, you're going to make a lot of money down there. This is a fabulous time. Timing is everything. So the question is, how can every man get in on some of this sports money? Well, you know, you got the sports books now. You can pretty much pull out your phone and place a bet anywhere. And along with that, you can make some side change. But what others do, like myself, we like to fool around with that state lottery. In particular, the play 3, play 4 games. Last night, got cracked on the head a little bit because my timing was off. For instance, I had thought about, let me go back in time a little bit. About 8 years ago, this guy from my hometown, let's call him Greg the Lawman. I don't see him a whole lot, but when I do see him, it's always a winning number involved. Either he talks it up or I talk it up. And this particular night in 2017, right about June 3rd, I had this idea that triple zeros would come. And I had been working on that for about a week or so, and I was sure they were coming that night. Well, Greg the Lawman came and just happened to catch me at the table, because that's where I always run into him, at the lotto table at the convenience store. And he was thinking trips were coming too, but he was saying triple ones were coming. I smiled inside. He didn't see it because I felt like the zeros were coming. And I didn't want to tell him, look, man, forget the ones, play the zeros, because I didn't want to jinx myself. So lo and behold, that night, triple zeros came. And let's just say I had multiple tickets on it. And like Ray Lewis said after he won that first Super Bowl, that's a feeling that he has to experience again. That is an experience that I have to experience again. But I bring up Greg the Lawman because of that situation back in 2017, but I hadn't seen him in a while. But last night, triple ones came up, and I was thinking about this story earlier in the day. You know, people have these feelings and ideas about when a number is going to come. When I thought that up, it didn't dawn on me to play triple ones based on the story of what happened with him 8 years ago. And I'd just be damned if triple ones didn't come. I played the eights. I didn't play them all like I usually do. I played the eights last night, and lo and behold, I picked the wrong one. This is why when you're playing the triple digits, at least in my case, I have to play them all, because if I play them all, even I can't mess that up. Because historically, if I'm thinking 8, 7 would come. If I'm thinking ones, 0 would come. So I say, forget that. I'm going to fix it by playing a little bit on all of them. That way I get something. And last night, I got burned. But that's just the way it goes. But timing is everything in sports. Timing is everything in life. If you get your timing right and you're ready for whatever comes when it comes, then you're going to come up. But it's a great day to be an athlete. Celebrate them, and hopefully they don't blow their money, and they'll be great. Speaking of blowing money, the former Jaguar player, Tevin Smith, he's got issues right now. I saw where a couple of days ago he chased off this landscaper in his property over there by the beach. And come to find out, 3 days later, he gets foreclosed on. I don't know if he was paying his mortgage or whatever the situation, but it's a strange phenomenon in this country where you can actually own something, and because you live in a certain neighborhood, you have to pay these HOA fees, and these HOAs have the authority to foreclose on your property. Well, Mr. Smith evidently was behind $30,000 in fines and fees, and the HOA foreclosed on his property. I mean, damn, if I paid $10 million for the property, I got to pay damn near $4 or $5 million just to keep HOA off my back, and I got a problem with that. So this is all new to so-called country folks like myself, because you buy a piece of property and you put a house on it, you don't have to worry about no damn HOA fees. But everybody's buying houses in these subdivisions, and this is what they have. You're going to have to pay those HOA fees, but the problem is there's no set amount that you can be charged. And from some of the talk I hear from people in my rideshare game, some people are paying almost as much as their mortgage in HOA fees. And I got a problem with that. So if you're going to get yourself a house, you go find yourself some property, put your house on that property, then you don't have to worry about no damn HOA fees. Again, timing is everything. We came along 40, 50 years ago, you didn't have to deal with that kind of stuff. But now, HOA fees are all the rage. So again, timing is everything. Sports for real.